Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lana and today I'm talking about how much money you should spend on Christmas gifts. Who is involved in making that decision? What factors are at play? And are there any general rules that we could use to help us decide how much money to spend on Christmas gifts? If this is your first time finding my channel, welcome, glad you found me. I make content simplifying money and home in attempts to make your life a little bit easier and to help you take charge of your financial future. If you are interested in content like that from me, please subscribe to this channel so that YouTube lets you know every single time I upload a new video. The holidays can definitely be a stressful time, and I am no exception. I'm always thinking about how much money are we going to spend on Christmas gifts? What is that going to look like? What will make Christmas good and exciting for everyone and special, but not spend all the money? And where's the extra money for Christmas gifts coming from? And are we going to stay on budget? And all those things. It's kind of a little bit stressful. So I want to think about what communicates love to those that I care about. So I want to gift people in a way that it is meaningful to them and that it shows that I care about them. Because the whole purpose of a gift is to show them that you care about them. So thinking about what does it mean to someone else for me to show them love by giving them a gift. And more expensive does not mean better or better love. So it doesn't have to be the world's most expensive gift for it to be meaningful for someone else. Time and effort and thoughtfulness definitely count towards the love factor, in my opinion. For my birthday, my sister gifted me this needlepoint that she did for me, and that represented time and effort to me and thoughtfulness that she was thinking of me for that extended period of time when she was doing all that work, and that was meaningful to me. Didn't necessarily represent hundreds of dollars, but it represented love to me because of the effort involved. So I kind of want to rethink, is bigger really better? And it's not necessarily better in my mind. And it's about expressing love. It's not about who can get and buy the biggest present. It is okay to not have an unlimited budget, but there's a few things you might want to think about if you do not have an unlimited budget. And I would pretty much bet that everyone does not have an unlimited budget. If you are gifting people that care about you, hopefully, they will understand that you do not have an unlimited budget. But it might be a nice idea to discuss this with people beforehand. Tell them about how you are working on getting out of debt right now, or tell them about what you're thinking about at Christmas and what you think the gifts might entail, so that no one is surprised or disappointed when Christmas comes around. If that sounds like the world's most awkward conversation, there are some different ways that you could reduce how much money you would need to spend at Christmas without hurting anyone's feelings. So you could also suggest a solution. So one of the solutions that we use is that we draw names. So we kind of have the grandparent tier, the kid tier, and the grandchild tier. So in this middle tier of the children, we draw names for gifts. So everybody gets a name and they get to focus on that person and picking out something that they think that person will enjoy, but they don't have to think about gifting everybody, which really relieves some of the pressure. And then allowing you to focus on that one person allows you to spend a little bit more on that person instead of having to spend a little teeny bit on everybody. So you could suggest drawing names for not only just that tier of relatives, but maybe for the children or the grandparents or whatever it is. However you think that that might work out, or who would be interested in drawing names, you could do that. You could also suggest, what if the grown-ups all gifted each other books? Because books have a natural limit to how much they can cost, and I think books are the most awesome. Maybe that won't be true for everyone, but in general, books are a cool gift, I think. And so each person could give everyone a book, and then that wouldn't cost quite as much. Or you could even do a book exchange where each person brought one book and then you kind of opened it like a white elephant sort of thing. Another way we have cut down on that cost is doing an ornament exchange. So for each person you brought one ornament, and then we opened them and we saw them, and then sometimes we traded the ornaments, and then we all got to come away with an ornament that someone else bought, and that was really special, and that really kind of cuts down on that budget. I know there's some super expensive ornaments, but in general an ornament would be less than $20, I would say. So that could be a really good solution to having your Christmas gift exchange fun without breaking your budget. So if you have other fun solutions to not wanting to spend $1 million at Christmas, let me know down in the comments. I am always open to suggestions. So we talked about what it's like to navigate presents with a large group of people, but the other group of people you need to navigate presents is with your immediate family. And this is all about managing expectations, at least for me. So me and my husband talked about what Christmas should look like and what that budget would be. So we grew up in different households that had different expectations about Christmas gifts. For me, our family chose not to do gifts on Christmas so that we could focus on other things, but his family definitely did Christmas gifts. So Christmas gifts are very important to him, and I could really go either way, even though I do like presents. But managing those expectations in advance is super important for us so that we know what that's going to look like. So we're talking about how much money are we allowed to spend on each other and setting that budget and trying to stick to it, so that one of us doesn't get a $50 gift and the other one gets a $200 gift and you're like, that's a little awkward, because I don't want that to happen. And then we are also managing our expectations for our children. What does it look like for kids to have a fun Christmas? Or what does it look like in the eyes of my husband for our children to have a fun Christmas? What is he hoping for them that they will get, and what will that be like for them? So we're talking about that in advance. We're trying to figure out how much that might cost, so we have a budget for that. Then you got to pick your numbers. So we're picking how much are we gifting each other, how much are we gifting for the kids, and then we also are trying to have our son, who's almost 4, gift other people. So we also budgeted for that. So we are saving money so that he can buy gifts for other people, because we want him to start learning about the joy of giving things to people instead of just only receiving things. And my parents kind of did this at birthdays, which was very clever, I think. So the birthday person would get the majority of the gifts, obviously. They would get gifts from people. But the birthday person also bought small gifts for all their siblings to remember that it's fun to give gifts to other people also. So we also wanted to save our money in advance. We have it on our whiteboard how much money we have to spend on Christmas gifts. And I know that seems a little unmagical, but the last thing we want is to get through Christmas and realize that we spent way too much money and we have to make up for that money later. So I don't want any of the joy of Christmas to be stolen by the fact that I have to work it off in January. So we're going to save in advance so that we have the money ready and we get to spend it freely and joyfully, and then give the gifts knowing that they are already paid for and we can just enjoy that time together. So I guess in my mind, the ultimate rule for how much money should you spend on Christmas is spend what you have planned for, agreed upon, and saved for. Let me know down in the comments, how do you manage your Christmas budgeting? Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.